When renovations on a small city block on West Main and West Front Street in downtown Missoula got underway this summer, it didn't take long for construction crews and the business owners to realize they were sitting on something pretty amazing, a part of Missoula history that might have been lost to time if not for those eagle-eyed business owners and some young scientists.
These are apothecary bottles for very small pills. This is a Chinese style lock.
They're actually painted glass.
It's a rice bowl.
We know it's got a nail in it, so it was structural.
There are lots of bottles and lots of bones. Tea sets, either whole or in fragments, even a rusted bed frame. And the secrets these long-forgotten items have about the early days of Missoula's red light district and Chinatown will take years to tell.
And there's a part of a pig head. It almost looks like a feast, like a pig head on a platter.
Business owners Jennifer and Jed Hagan and Bob Marshall realized they weren't digging up just trash. This was a treasure. So they quickly called in University of Montana archeologists.
So we went down there with our archaeology screens, and these students who were working hard in a field school ended up moonlighting on this project because it wasn't part of the summer plans. And the discoveries continued into the fall and even now.
There are boxes and boxes of items that were pulled from the dirt, even bags of animal bones. Important because that tells us what people were eating way back then. Researchers already confirmed Biga Pizza sits on what was a Chinese temple back in the late 1800s. And they're curious about the connection between Missoula's red light district and the Chinese population. It wasn't uncommon in western towns, but why that is still a bit of a mystery.
Many of the women who worked in red light districts, if they needed medical attention and they went to a regular doctor, they'd often get turned away because of their line of work. So many of them actually sought out Chinese doctors and were treated with Chinese medicine.
Personal items with personal stories. As these grad students touch and catalog each piece, they're connecting with a real person. This dig provided an unexpected opportunity to connect with that past.
I've always been fascinated with the Chinese and had always wanted to do a project on the archaeology of the Chinese, but honestly never thought that it would happen. So this is kind of a dream come true for me and really the whole department. These artifacts represents a person, an individual, and as we research more about them, we kind of start to see faces behind the words that we use. So instead of just the Chinese, we have someone that was using this meat cleaver here.
We can really share the tip of the iceberg with you here today, but there's more to come. Week by week, we're learning something new. Really, every 5 minutes we do.
We understand that we can't save everything, and we also understand that change happens in urban centers, even in a town as small as Missoula, but that doesn't mean that we can't still honor the past and learn things about the past at the same time.
Now, some of the items will go on display at Cranky Sam Public House in downtown Missoula when it opens this spring. The rest continue to be cataloged and studied. They're even having chemical tests done on the residue inside some of the bottles to figure out what was once inside them.